Welcome to all the devotees for today's session on Srimad Bhagwatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. So we are continuing the sixth chapter of the 12th canto. नैषत्वया मनुष्य इंद्र वर्धमम अर्हति सर्पराट अनेन पितम अमृतम मथ वा अजरामरः जीवितं मरणं जगतोः गतिः स्वेन एव कर्मणा राजः ततः अन्यः न अस्ति अस्य प्रदाता सुख दुःखयो सर्पचौराग्नि विद्युद्य कृतव्याध्याधिभिर्नृपः पंचत्वं पृच्छते जन्तुः भोक्तारब्ध कर्म तत् तस्मात् सत्रम् इदं राजन् संस्थीयेत अविचारिकं सर्पा अनागसौ दग्धा जयनैदिष्टं हि भुज्यते सूत उवाच इति उक्तः स तथा इति महर्षे मानयन् वचः सर्पसत्र उदप्परतः पूजयामास वाक्पङ्क्तिम् सैषा विष्णु महामाया बाध्यया लक्षणायया मुह्यन्ति अस्य एव आत्मभूता भूतेषु गुणवृत्तिभिः न यत्र दम्भि अत्यभया विराजिता माया आत्मवादे असकृत आत्मवादिभिः न यद्विवादो विविधः तद् आश्रयो मनः च संकल्प विकल्प वृत्ति यत् न यत्र सृज्यं सृजत अभयः परं श्रेयः च जीवस्त्रिः धीरः अन्वितः तत्त्व तु अहम् तद एतत् उत्सादित बाध्य बाध्यकम निषिध्य चो अर्मिन विरमेत तत् मुनिः परम पदम वैष्णव माम अनन्ति तद यत् न एति नेति इति उत अम, यत् दुत्सित सुरुक्षवः विसृज्य दौरात्म्यं मनम् अन्य सौहृदा हृदोपगुह्यावसितं समाहितैः त एतत् अधिगच्छन्ति विष्णोः अर्यत् परमं पदम् अहं मम इति दौर्जन्यं न एषा देहगेहजम् अतिवादान्तितिक्षेत नावमन्येत् कञ्चन न च एमं देहम् आश्रित्य वैरं कुर्वित केनचित् नमो भगवते तस्मै कृष्णया कुण्ठमेधसे यत्पादाम्बुरुः ध्यानात् संहिता मध्यगामि माम
हरे कृष्ण। श्री शौनक उवाच पैल आदिभिः व्यासशिष्यैः वेदाचार्यमात्मभिः वेदाच कथिता व्यस्ताः एतत् सौम्य अभिधेहि नः सूत उवाच समाहित आत्मनः ब्रह्मणः परमेष्टिनः हृदय आकाशात् अभूत नादः वृत्तिरोधात् विभाव्यते यत् उपासनया ब्रह्मण योगिनः मलम आत्मनः द्रव्यक्रिया आकार द्रव्यक्रियाकारकाख्यं धृत्वा यान्ति अपुनः भवम् तत् अभूत त्रिवृत्तः ओंकार यः अव्यक्त प्रभव स्वराट यत् तत् लिंगम भगवतः ब्रह्मण परम आत्मनः ट्रांसलेशन एंड purport by the Srila Prabhupada Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O king, among men, it is not fitting that this king of snakes meet death at your hands, for he has drunk the nectar of the immortal demigods. Consequently, he is not subject to the ordinary symptoms of old age and death. The life and death of an embodied soul and his destination in the next life are all caused by himself through his own activity. Therefore, O king, no other agent is actually responsible for creating one's happiness and distress. When a conditioned soul is killed by snakes, thieves, fire, lightning, hunger, disease, or anything else, he is experiencing the reaction to his own past work. Therefore, my dear king, please stop this sacrificial performance without which was initiated with the intent of doing harm to others. Many innocent snakes have already been burned to death. Indeed, all persons must suffer the unforeseen consequences of their past activities. Sutta Goswami continued, advised in this manner. Maharaj Janmejay replied, so be it. Honoring the words of the great sage, he desisted from performing the snake sacrifice and worshipped Bruhaspati, the most eloquent of sages. This is indeed the Supreme Lord Vishnu's illusory energy, which is unstoppable and difficult to pursue. Although the individual spirit souls are part and parcel of the Lord, through the influence of this illusory energy, they are bewildered by their identification with various material bodies. But there exists a supreme reality in which the illusory energy cannot fearlessly dominate thinking. I can control this person because he's deceitful. In that highest reality, there are no illusory argumentative philosophies. Rather, they are the true students of spiritual science constantly engage in authorized spiritual investigation. In that supreme reality, there is no manifestation of the material mind, which functions in terms of alternating decision and doubt. Created material products, their subtle causes and the goals of enjoyment attained by their utilization do not exist there. Furthermore, in that supreme reality, there is no conditioned spirit covered by false ego and the three modes of nature. That reality excludes everything limited or limiting. One who is wise should therefore stop the waves of material life and enjoy within that supreme truth. Those who desire to give up all that is not essential real move systematically by negative discrimination of the extraneous to the supreme position of Lord Vishnu, giving petty materialism. They offer their love exclusively to the absolute truth within their hearts and embrace that highest truth in fixed meditation. Such devotees come to understand the supreme transcendental situation of the personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, because they are no longer polluted by the concept of I and my, which is based on body and home. One should tolerate all insults and never fall to show proper respect to any person. Avoiding an identification with the material body, one should not create enmity with anyone. I offer my obeisance to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the invincible Lord Sri Krishna. Simply by meditating upon his lotus feet, I have been able to study and appreciate this great literature. Shaunakrishi said, "Oh, gentle Sooth, please narrate to us how Pile and other uh, greatly intelligent disciples of Sri Vasudev, who are known as the standard authorities of Vedic wisdom, spoke and edited the Vedas." Sutta Goswami said, "O Brahmana, first the subtle vibration of transcendental sound appeared from the sky of the heart of the most elevated Lord Brahmana, whose mind was perfectly fixed in spiritual realization. One can pursue this subtle vibration when one stops all external hearings by worship of the this subtle form of the Vedas, O Brahmana. Mystic sages cleanses their hearts of all contamination caused by impurity of substance, activity, and doer, and thus they attain freedom from repeated birth and death. From that transcendental subtle vibration arose the Onkara, composed of three sounds. The Onkara has unseen potencies and manifests automatically within a purified heart. It is the representation of the absolute truth in all three of his phases: the Supreme Personality, the Supreme Soul and the Supreme Impersonal Truth. Purport by the Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Although King Parikshit apparently died by the bite of Takshak, it was Lord Krishna himself who brought the king back to the kingdom of God. Brihaspati wanted young King Janmejay to see things from the spiritual point of view. According to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, King Parikshit obviously was not suffering the reaction of past karma. As a great devotee, he was personally brought back home, back to Godhead by the Lord. Brihaspati here admits that although the snakes appear to be innocent by the Lord's arrangement, they were also being punished for previous vicious activities. The illusory energy of Lord Vishnu is so powerful that even the illustrious son of King Parikshit was temporarily misdirected because he was a devotee of Lord Krishna. However, his bewilderment was quickly rectified. On the other hand, an ordinary materialistic person without the special protection of the Lord plummets to the depth of material ignorance. Factually, materialistic persons are not interested in the protection of Lord Vishnu. Therefore, their complete ruination is inevitable. The illusory energy of the Lord Maya can briefly exert her influence over those who are hypocritical, deceitful, and disobedient to the laws of God. Since the personality of Godhead is free of all material qualities, Maya herself becomes fearful in his presence. As stated by Lord Brahma, Vilajamanya Yasya Satum Ikshapate Amuya. Maya herself is ashamed to stand face to face with the Supreme Lord. In the Supreme Spiritual Reality, useless academic wrangling is completely absent, as stated in Srimad Bhagwatam 6.4.31. Yachakshaya Vadatam Vadinam Vai Vivada Samvada Bhuva Bhuvanti Kurvanti Cha Esham Muhu Atma Moham Asmai Nama Ananta Gunaya Bhumne. Let me offer my respectful obeisance unto the all-pervading Supreme Personality of Godhead, who possesses unlimited transcendental qualities, acting from within the core of the hearts of all philosophers who propagate various views. He causes them to forget their own souls while sometimes agreeing and sometimes disagreeing among themselves. Thus, he creates within this material world a situation in which they are unable to come to a conclusion. I offer my obeisance unto him. The word yan eti and neti neti iti atata utsri srukshavaha indicate the process of negative discrimination by which one engaged in the search for essential and absolute truth systematically reject all that it's superfluous, superficial, and relative. Throughout the world, people have gradually rejected the ultimate validity of political, social, and even religious truths. But because they lack Krishna consciousness, they remain bewildered and cynical. However, as clearly stated here, Parama Padama Vaishnava Amananti Tat, those who actually desire perfect knowledge must not only reject the non-essential but must also ultimately understand the essential spiritual reality called Parampadam Vaishnavam, the supreme destination, the abode of Lord Vishnu. Padam indicates both the status and the abode of the supreme personality of Godhead, which can be understood only by those who give up petty materialism and adopt the position of Ananya Swarudam, exclusive love for the Lord. Such exclusive love is not narrow-minded or sectarian because all living entities being within the Lord are automatically served when one directly serves the supreme entity. This process of rendering the highest service to the Lord, and to all living entities constitutes the science of Krishna consciousness, which is taught throughout Srimad Bhagwatam. Because Srimad Bhagwatam is the supreme Vedic literature, the sages headed by Shaunak desire to trace out its source, thus end the purport. Om Ajnanati Mirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Ena Tasmai Sri Gurve Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobhisham Stapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guroho Sri Yuta Padakamalam श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवान् च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां च नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात देशतारिणे वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभे च कृपा सिन्धुभे एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा दंडवत pranam. Now today we continue Srimad Bhagwatam canto 12 chapter 6. Maharaj Parikshit passes away from shloka number 25 to 39. Try to understand. In these shlokas they giving how the after the death of the Parikshit Maharaj, his son doing the sarpa sacrifice, and all sarpas are coming in the fire. That time Brihaspati, the son of Angira Rishi, told him that about the real truth, and then he stopped that sacrifice. And after what happened, Prabhuji will told us in detail. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Krishna Mataji, thank you very much. So we saw how temporarily even the son of great Parikshit Maharaj was overcome by illusory energy of
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare Hare.
No
Am I
voice.
am I not audible, Mataji? Hare Krishna. Am I audible now? Can someone confirm if I am audible? Hare Krishna.
No voice.
आवाज नहीं आ रहा है अभी भी? Hare Krishna. Am I audible now? Hare Krishna. Hello.
Yes, Prabhuji, you are audible to us.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Mataji.
No voice.
I think there's problem with
No
your
voice.
speaker, Mataji. Everyone else is able to hear comfortably. Can someone confirm? Everyone is able to listen?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So, even Parikshit Maharaj's son got overcome by illusion. And that is why he was doing this yagya. But then, luckily, Brihaspati stopped him. And when he is giving instructions, there are certain practical lessons for us which we are learning today. First and foremost, it all starts that sometimes we have this question why some people have very unfortunate death, untimely death, or death which is very terrible, maybe by biting of animals or because of say sometimes fire, accidents, lightning, disease. So here it is being mentioned that when such things are happening, it is basically the experience of the reaction of our own past work. So whatever we would have done in our life, we are taking results for that. And said it becomes very much important to again go back to Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna says that karma phal should have to be faced by every one of us. So what he's recommending is that we should have akarmic activities that we do.
No sound.
Whatever we do, we should offer it to Krishna. That is what is being mentioned.
No sound
And
hearing.
that is why, Mataji, there's problem with your laptop. Yeah, thank you very much.
No sound hearing.
So, Hare Krishna. So here we see that this is what we have to remember. And again, Sud Goswami ji explains to Janmejaya that whatever you were doing, already there are many unfortunate deaths, so it should be stopped. And Janmejaya was someone who was very cultured. And so he immediately stopped it and he started worshipping Brahaspati as well. And then certain more realizations comes in. That how it is very important that we get out of the illusory energies control. Because if we are under illusion, then we start thinking, oh, I am a controller and I can control this person. And then we train to do so many activities. We create so many material products and try to think how we can enjoy them. But then in reality, this is all false. It is covered by false ego and the three modes of material nature. So it is very important that we become wise up and stop the waves of material life and enjoy within the supreme truth. So Krishna says that if we really wish to move forward, then we need to actually, essentially move systematically. So when it is clearly mentioned here, moving systematically, what does it mean?
মাটির
In
ওগুলো
the
তুলেছি।
lectures, Hare Krishna. So in the
একটার
lectures,
মধ্যে একটা একটার মধ্যে দুটো একটার মধ্যে তিনটে এইভাবে দিতে হবে।
it is mentioned that we should follow the sadhana activities which are being told by our Guru and the Shastra. So that is what is important for us to activate ourselves. So we should give up petty materialism, offer love exclusively to the absolute truth, and embrace the highest truth in fixed meditation. The moment we start doing it, we will become no longer polluted by the concepts of I and my. Because it is this I and my which is based on this body that we are always bonded to material nature. We should also, a very important aspect has been told in shloka number 34, which is we should tolerate all insults. See, tolerating something is easy. If someone is beating you, you can tolerate. But tolerating insults, that's very, very difficult. But exactly that is what is being asked us to do. Ativadan titiksheta. That we should tolerate insults. And at the same time, we should never fail to respect to any person. Nava manneta kanchana. So, by any mistake, it should not happen that we are disrespecting anyone. And then what is told is avoid identification with the material body. Nacha imam deham ashritya. And we should not create enmity with anyone. Vairam kurvit kenachita. So I would request that you read this shloka number 34 of 6th chapter of canto number 12 repeatedly. If you have any anger issues, if you have any ego issues, then this is the shloka which we need to keep on reciting again and again. Ativadan titikshet nava manneta kanchana nacha imam deham ashritya vairam kurvit kena chet. One should tolerate all insults and never fail to show proper respect to any person. Avoiding identification with the material body, one should not create enmity with anyone. So this is a very, very important shloka. And then what becomes important is that we should always give obeisances. Krishna, to Guru, to devotees. Because simply by meditating upon the lotus feet of Krishna, we'll be able to study and appreciate Bhagavatam. Now, when all this was being said, Shaunak Rishi was one of the attendees, was listening to what Sud Goswamiji was saying, asked कि how Pehla and other disciples of Vyasdev, this who can editate the Vedas. Because finally they wanted to understand what is the origin of. That is where then Sud Goswamiji is starting this further discussions now. How from Brahma came the transcendental sound Om. And Brahma we know is always fixed in spiritual realization. And if we are able to perceive this subtle vibration, then we'll be able to stop hearing externally everything else. So mystic sages, it is said that they worship this subtle form of the Vedas. And by that, they're able to clean the hearts of all contamination and thus attain freedom from repeated birth and death. So from that subtle vibration arose the Onkara, A-O-M. And Onkara has unseen potencies and it automatically manifests within a purified heart. It is said that it is a representation of absolute truth in all three phases, that is Krishna, the Paramatma, and the Param Satya. That is why the shlokas that we recited today, they are very, very important for us. They give us the essence of all that we have to learn, all that we have to do in our life to go back home, back to God. And it all starts with anger management, ego management, self management, because we really need to move systematically. So, what does that systematically means? So, Prabhupada has been very, very merciful on all of us. Right from the time we wake up till the time we sleep, a systematic daily routine has been given to us. Wake up, get freshen up, do Mangal Aarti, chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, do Shringar Aarti, participate in Guru Aarti, listen to Srimad Bhagwatam, have Krishna Prasadam. Do all your activities remembering Krishna at the same time. In the evening, get freshen up, join the Sandhya Aarti, and then learn Bhagavad Gita, again followed by Prasadam, and then Narsimha Aarti, and then Shan Darshan, and then you go back to sleep. And since we are on Narsimha Aarti, just reminding you all that tomorrow is the birthday of Sri Narsimha Bhagwan. It is his appearance day. So we need to fast till dusk, till 7 p.m. So we'll continue our discussions further tomorrow. Hare Krishna.